In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NFL games happening on August 10, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Cincinnati Bengals. The 2024 NFL preseason kicks off for both teams in this matchup as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to face the Cincinnati Bengals on Saturday. Last season, Tampa Bay posted a 9-8 record, which was enough to clinch the National Football Conference South title, while Cincinnati also finished with a 9-8 record, placing them at the bottom of the American Football Conference North. For this preseason opener, Tampa Bay is not expected to field many of its starting players. On the other hand, Cincinnati's coaching staff has indicated that several of their starters will see limited action. Although there are injuries on both sides of the line of scrimmage, these are unlikely to significantly impact the outcome, as both teams are more focused on evaluating their second and third string players to finalize roster spots. Position battles within each team will also be a key aspect of this game. Despite the absence of their star wide receiver Jammer Chase, who is in training camp but won't be playing, the Cincinnati Bengals are anticipated to come out on top in Saturday's contest against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both teams finished the previous season with identical 9-8 records, but the Bengals are expected to contend for the highly competitive American Football Conference North title this year, whereas Tampa Bay finds itself in the less formidable National Football Conference South. The Buccaneers won their division last season despite finishing just one game above .500. With the Bengals playing at home and having already announced that some starters will participate, Cincinnati seems poised for a strong showing. One area to watch is the running back position, where a position battle could bolster the Bengals' offense. Cincinnati enters the 2024 season with high expectations and a clear path to success. As it stands, the Bengals are favored in 14 of their 17 regular season games, giving them the easiest schedule within their division. The only major concern is the health of quarterback Joe Burrow, who has already dealt with calf issues this year. However, if Burrow can return to form and maintain his high completion percentage, Cincinnati will be well positioned for a successful season. The preseason opener will offer a glimpse into the team's defensive depth, and I expect this unit to perform well early on. Although I don't have a strong sense of either team at this point, my general approach to betting on preseason football is to favor the team with greater depth. In this case, the Bengals seem to have more players vying for spots on the depth chart, and overall, I believe Cincinnati's backups are stronger than those of Tampa Bay. This should make for an interesting game. So the Cincinnati Bengals to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both teams struggled defensively last season and have taken steps to address those issues through trades and the draft. With starters expected to be sidelined for most of the game, particularly in skill positions, the offensive output from both Tampa Bay and Cincinnati is likely to be limited. This game will probably be played largely between the 20-yard lines, with field goal units seeing plenty of action. Given these factors, the final score is expected to stay below the projected total. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Kansas City Chiefs versus Jacksonville Jaguars. The NFL preseason is in full swing, and we are set to witness an exciting American Football Conference showdown on Saturday night as the Kansas City Chiefs face off against the Jacksonville Jaguars. This matchup has all the makings of a compelling contest, even though it is just a preseason game. While the Chiefs are considered the superior team on paper, the nature of preseason football, where starters see limited action and backups take center stage, creates a more even playing field. This dynamic sets the stage for an intriguing battle between two teams with differing expectations heading into the regular season. On the Kansas City side, the team is widely regarded as one of the best in the league. But with their starters expected to play only briefly, the game will largely hinge on the performance of their backups. Carson Wentz, the most seasoned backup quarterback on the Chiefs roster, is unlikely to see more than a quarter of action. This means that less experienced players like Chris Oladokun, who has struggled to find stability in the league, and Ian Book will get significant playing time. This could present challenges for Kansas City's offense. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, even if veteran quarterback Mac Jones doesn't see much time on the field, Backup C.J. Beathard has been in the system for a few years and has shown competence when stepping in for Trevor Lawrence last season. This familiarity could give Jacksonville an edge as the game progresses. The Chiefs enter this season with high expectations after securing another Super Bowl victory last year. However, the preseason is a crucial time for them to refocus and prepare for another deep postseason run. The Jaguars, on the other hand, are looking to bounce back after a disappointing end to the 2023 season. There is a lot at stake for them this year, and they are expected to come out strong. Both teams are likely to play their starters for at least a series or two, which should result in some quality football during the first quarter. Jacksonville had an impressive preseason showing last year, and there is reason to believe that momentum will carry into this season. Once the starters are sidelined, the Jaguars will have Beathard and Jones leading the offense, a solid duo that could fare well against Kansas City's backup defenses. It's almost certain that Patrick Mahomes will not take the field in this preseason matchup, which means the Chiefs will rely heavily on Ian Book, Chris Oladokun, and Carson Wentz, with Wentz being the only player with significant NFL experience. On the other side, the Jaguars will counter with C.J. Beathard and Mac Jones, both of whom, despite their flaws, have collectively attempted nearly 2,000 passes in the NFL. When evaluating quarterback depth during the preseason, the Jaguars appear to have the upper hand, even if Jones hasn't performed at the highest level. The depth at quarterback could be a decisive factor, and Jacksonville seems to have the potential advantage in this area. With head coach Doug Peterson riding a 3-game preseason winning streak and facing his former mentor, it's reasonable to expect the Jacksonville Jaguars to come out on top. Pederson's familiarity with the Chiefs' style of play and his successful track record in preseason games further bolsters the case for a Jacksonville victory, so the Jacksonville Jaguars to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both the Chiefs and Jaguars have head coaches known for their offensive prowess, and with the starters expected to play for at least a couple of series, we should see plenty of passing action. Each team has former Pro Bowlers in the backup quarterback roles, which should make moving the ball against second-string defenses more manageable. Last season, the Chiefs went over the total in all 3 of their preseason games, while the Jaguars surpassed the total in 2 of their 3 contests. Given that both teams will likely stick to basic defensive schemes to avoid revealing too much on film, combined with the offensive acumen of coaches Andy Reid and Doug Peterson, there is a strong likelihood of offensive fireworks on Saturday. Last year, the Jaguars posted an impressive 3-0 straight-up record in the preseason, scoring at least 25 points in each game and averaging 28 points per game. The Chiefs were also strong in the preseason, going 2-1 straight up and averaging 32 points per game, with no game scoring less than 26 points. Considering these offensive performances, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Seahawks versus Los Angeles Chargers. Prepare yourself for some preseason football action this Saturday night as the Seattle Seahawks, who finished last season with a 9-8 record and a 7-8-2 mark against the spread, take on the Los Angeles Chargers, who ended with a 5-12 record and a 5-11-1 against the spread. These two teams, once fierce division rivals, will face off at SoFi Stadium to kick off their 2024 preseason campaigns. The last time they met was in October 2022, when Seattle emerged victorious with a 37-22 win. Much has changed for both teams since then, setting the stage for an intriguing matchup. The big question now is, which team will begin their 2024 preseason journey with a win? Jim Harbaugh brings a unique sense of pride and competitive spirit to the field, and whether it's preseason or the regular season, he won't want to start his Chargers tenure with a loss. During his time with the 49ers, he compiled a 10-6 straight-up record in preseason games, showing that he takes these games seriously, much like his brother John Harbaugh does. The Chargers have also bolstered their roster with new talent, particularly in the secondary, where they've infused youth and skill. This revamped secondary will be tested against a quarterback like Sam Howell, who struggled last season with an equal number of interceptions and touchdowns. Although both teams are under new leadership, it appears that the Chargers have more at stake, with numerous roster spots up for grabs on both sides of the ball. That added motivation, combined with Harbaugh's proven track record as a head coach, could give Los Angeles the edge. Given Seattle's defensive struggles last season, where they ranked 31st in rushing defense, the Chargers' ground game could have a strong showing. With this in mind, the Los Angeles Chargers to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Seattle's defense, which allowed the 3rd most points in the league last season, faces a tough challenge in this matchup. While new head coach Mike Macdonald is known for his defensive acumen, this will be the team's first outing under his system, and there are concerns about their depth. Getting defensive stops may prove difficult. On the other side, Los Angeles isn't without its own defensive issues, having surrendered the 5th most points last season. However, with experienced quarterbacks like Howell and Walker, both of whom have NFL starting experience, the preseason could be relatively smooth for the offenses. The Chargers' defensive depth remains questionable, particularly at key positions. Given these factors, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.